Yachats is a classic beach hamlet on the central Oregon coast, pronounced Yachats. The community is bounded on one side by the Pacific Ocean, and on the other, by the thick area of the Shuswap National Forest. Yachats has a special natural attraction due to its stunning coastline and mountainous terrain. It's also the apex of Oregon's coastal beauty for many. The Pacific Coast Scenic Byway, popularly known as Highway 101, runs the length of Yachats. This famous route links the little community to a number of other beautiful roadside sites in the area. Cape Perpetua Scenic Area, located to the south, is so close that it may be reached by one of the village's greatest hiking routes. 1. Go on a hike in the Cape Perpetua Scenic Area. On the 101, right south of Yachats lies the spectacular Cape Perpetua Scenic Area. Captain James Cook named Cape Perpetua in the late 1700s, and it is today one of Oregon's top coastal attractions. The headland rises nearly 800 feet above the sea, giving the highest car-accessible vista on the coast. In addition, the nearby designated scenic area provides opportunities for all-day and overnight adventures. The Cape Perpetua Visitor Center, which is usually open 7 days a week, is a great location to start. Resources for planning a day of exploration are provided here, along with informative exhibits on natural and cultural history. There's lots to do in the scenic area, with 26 miles of trails and a stunning coastline. The greatest spot to go next is the summit of Cape Perpetua. The Cape Perpetua Lookout is reached through a 1.5-mile hiking track that adds 700 feet between the visitor center and the lookout. The dirt Cape Perpetua Lookout Road also leads to the day-use area and overlook. The lofty vistas in both directions from the summit provide postcard-worthy views of the shore. Greater than read, is traveling a hobby? The ultimate guide to an exciting way of life. Greater than learn about the downsides of traveling as a hobby. 2. Take a walk along the Yachats coastline. In Yachats, the ocean meets a rocky shoreline. The fascinating sight of crashing waves is created by the junction of craggy topography and the sea's continual churn. The sunsets from these rocky vantage points are equally spectacular. The majority of tourists to Yachats are drawn by the beach appeal. It also makes Yachats one of the nicest tiny coastal communities in Oregon. The whole Oregon coast, sometimes known as the People's Coast, is free to visit. The Oregon Coast Trail stretches for 360 miles along the shore and headlands of Oregon. The Oregon Coast Trail and the 804 Trail converge near Yachats to allow public access and views of the stormy seas. From Yachats State Recreation Area to the beginning of a large stretch of beach on the north side, the 804 Trail is about 1.7 miles long. The path twists across public land and passes in front of a number of beachfront resorts. Between public access locations, visitors are urged to keep on the route. The 804 Trail passes through Smelt Sand State Recreation Site around midway. It's a fantastic spot for tidal pooling and photography. On the northern 7 miles of sandy beach leading to Waldport, the 804 Trail becomes the Oregon Coast Trail. The 804 links to Amanda's Trail to the south and ascends to Cape Perpetua. 3. Spend the night in style along the Yachats coastline's ocean resorts and residences. The 101 runs through Yachats and is lined with many welcoming hotels and resorts. Some of these locations are considered among Oregon's top beach resorts. And, with cheap prices, having a first-class overnight stay isn't out of reach. The Overleaf Lodge and Spa, located on the outskirts of town, is the only place to stay for a spa holiday. Ocean-facing soaking baths and a variety of massage treatments are among the services available. These spa treatments are provided to both hotel guests and the general public. Locally owned establishments like Dean's Oceanfront Lodge and Silver Surf Motel are very reasonable in Yachats. These clean and pleasant hotels provide spectacular views from each room, in addition to reasonable pricing. For those vacationing with pets, another popular alternative is Fireside Motel, which features pet-friendly accommodations. The Adobe Resort, another remarkable destination to stay the night, offers a full-service experience at a reasonable price. In addition to electric fireplaces and contemporary furnishings, practically every one of the resort's 110 rooms has a view of the magnificent beach that runs beside the property. 4. Take a trip to Heceta Head Lighthouse. 14 miles south of Yachats, just beyond Cape Perpetua, sits the magnificent and still operational Heceta Head Lighthouse. Hiking paths, a quiet beach, and lighthouse excursions are all available in the state scenic area near Heceta Head. Visitors are allowed to stroll the half-mile from the parking lot to the lighthouse on their own. An ancient lightkeeper's home has been rebuilt atop Heceta Head and is now one of the greatest bed and breakfasts on the coast. The Heceta Lighthouse B&B is located on a rocky promontory with spectacular views and a romantic atmosphere. The inn offers a noteworthy 7-course breakfast to start the day, in addition to lovely rooms with views of the ocean. The Hobbit Trail, which runs down from the 101 in Yachats, is a delightful way to go to Heceta Head. 1 mile north of the state scenic area parking lot lies the trailhead for this family-friendly route. It goes down to Hobbit Beach, one of Oregon's greatest beaches, via a mysterious forest. It is feasible to trek up to Heceta Head from Hobbit Beach. 5. Visit to Newport for a day. The booming community of Newport, located 25 miles north of Yachats on Highway 101, provides a variety of activities that attract travelers for day visits. Newport, which has a population of about 10,000 people, has more cultural attractions than Yachats. The Oregon Coast Aquarium and Hatfield Marine Science Center are two of the city's most well-known attractions. There are even additional retail choices in Newport. Nye Beach, located near the beach on Coast Street, is a must-see. In the 1800s, this historic coastal suburb was a popular vacation destination. This lovely street is now lined with historic and trendy stores, packed with local galleries, boutiques, and cafes. Newport is also a place where you may enjoy the beauty of the ocean. On the north side of town, the postcard-perfect Yaquina Head outstanding natural area juts into the sea. Hiking routes, tidal pools, and whale-watching vistas lure visitors from all over the nation to this breathtaking terrain. 6. Take a hike on Amanda's Trail. The hamlet of Yachats is lined with walking trails, including the Coastline 804 Trail. Amanda's Route, which links the town to the Cape Perpetua scenic area, is one such trail. The path starts around Windy Way Street on the south side of town. The route begins by passing through private property that is protected by an easement. Users are advised to remain on the route that has been set out for them. The route winds its way through the lush coastal forest that surrounds Yachats. Within the first mile of trekking, users come upon the unusual Amanda statue. The monument and accompanying explanatory materials depict the history of Aboriginal nations that were forced to relocate in the 1860s. The trek to Amanda's statue is mild, with an elevation gain of less than 300 feet. The last 2.2 miles of Amanda's Trail to Cape Perpetua are more difficult, with an extra 500 feet of ascent. 7. Keep an eye out for the waves at Thor's Well and Devil's Churn. Several sceneries on Cape Perpetua support its nomination as a scenic area. The area's craggy and rocky shoreline is particularly beautiful and entertaining to see. Devil's Churn and Thor's Well, two of the most spectacular coastline sites, are only a short drive south on the 101 from Yachats. Devil's Churn has a paved parking lot less than 3 miles distant. The waves pound into a fissure of volcanic rock, creating a dramatic and captivating beach. The 0.4-mile Restless Waters Trail allows visitors to get a closer look. Winter storms are notorious for bringing the biggest waves at Devil's Churn. Visitors are urged not to approach the rocky edge too closely. Thor's Well, farther south, has a dynamic beach with a genuine potential of experiencing ocean spray. A collapsed sea cave that now resembles the entrance to a bottomless abyss is this natural feature. During high tide, water pours over the ledge and into the well, shooting 20 feet into the air. 8. Consume a healthy meal. There are numerous wonderful restaurants in Yachats to select from, many of which serve seafood. The 101 runs across northern Yachats and is lined with restaurants. The southern end of town, just north of Yachats Ocean Road State Park, has the most concentrated assortment of local eateries. Luna Sea Fish House is a well-known seafood restaurant in Yachats. This well-known seafood restaurant has a vast menu of locally fished entrees as well as a lively community atmosphere. Luna Sea also has a fish market where you can buy fresh-caught fish by the pound. The Drift Inn and Owner Restaurant are two more popular seafood restaurants in Yachats. These two expensive but nonetheless laid-back restaurants are ideal for eating and romance. The fresh and fried selections at Leroy's Blue Whale and Beach Street Kitchen also satisfy seafood desires in a little more relaxed setting. Final words. Now you have a clear understanding on what to do in Yachts, Oregon. Since there are numerous activities to do, you should also proceed with making a proper plan to get the most out of your stay.